Welcome, everyone. Thanks for joining us. My name's Miranda. I'm one of the success managers here leading the account management team, and I have my colleague Alessandro as well.
Hi, I'm Alessandro. I'm the success manager here for the onboarding team.
Yeah, we're excited to talk to you guys today about how to grow your farm business tactics session. So we're going to kind of dive in deep of how we're going to save time and drive farm sales with email marketing.
Yeah, super excited. So one of the ways that we want to focus on driving farm sales and growing your business is through using the built-in integration with Barn to Door and MailChimp. This is going to be a really powerful way for you to begin to automate emails and grow your business and target and market to your customers. So the first tactic that we'll go into is how to implement customer journeys. Miranda, maybe you could give a little bit more information on a few different ways that you can set up some customer journeys.
Yeah, no, for sure. So there are 3 really important steps when it comes to customer journeys. The first one being the welcome series. So as your customers are signing up to follow along for your newsletters, and this is a really key important way to get them engaged right off the bat. So a couple ways you can do this is by having the sign up form in MailChimp, putting it in your Facebook, your Instagram, having it on your website. It's a really key message to kind of hook your customers right away. And then kind of the second part to that is order notifications. So this is a great way, with Barn to Door, you're able to automatically send your customers, those order reminders or invoice receipts, things like that to kind of stay on top of mind and let your customers know what's going on. And then the third way is customer re-engagement. So as people sign up for your newsletters, they want to follow along, but sometimes they get busy. And so there's great ways and important ways of how we can re-engage with them to make sure you stay on top of mind.
Got it. And so, are these things that people need to pay for? Are they free? How does that work?
Great question. So the welcome series is free in MailChimp, and you actually get this set up with your onboarding manager. And then the order notifications, this is set up through Barn to Door, so that's included in your subscription. But then the customer re-engagement can dive a little bit deeper in MailChimp, so that's going to be part of the paid version.
Got it. And what kind of information might someone put into their welcome series email?
Yeah, so we always recommend, just kind of letting your customers know a little bit about you, maybe throwing in a fun promo code, especially the first time purchase, 10% off your first purchase, $5 off 25 or more. That's just a great way to get people excited to learn more about you and then in turn purchase.
Got it. So here's a case study that we actually have on, a customer of ours that utilizes all 3 of these tactics. This is Grass-Fed Cattle Co., and they use automated welcome emails when people subscribe to their newsletter, and it really helps to streamline the communication with their customers. They know that no matter what time of day that someone might sign up for their newsletter, they're going to get hit with an email that's going to welcome them, tell them a little bit more about the farm, their offerings, and really, the most important thing is tell them how to order, right? We want to drive people to your store to make a purchase, to convert, and help grow your business, right? And this is going to save you time, and it's going to increase the likelihood that people are going to place their first order, especially if there's a little bit of an incentive for them in terms of a promo code, or even sometimes it's just really learning a little bit more about you and your story, and that's enough of a connection for them to complete the sale.
Now our second tactic we're going to cover are how to use email automations. So email automations are really important because it's a way to connect with subscribers at relevant and timely moments. It helps them stay engaged and prompts them to complete those transactions. There are 2 steps to success with this. We're going to start with product recommendations and then talk about loyal customers. So with product recommendations, this is a great way where with Barn to Door and the MailChimp integration, farmers can retarget customers or give product recommendations based on their previous purchases from your farm store. So that even just saves you time too, where MailChimp will kind of read what your customers are purchasing and then it recommends it directly to them specifically. So when you use product recommendations, the crazy thing is that you'll see 93% an increase in open rates and 174% in those click rates. And those are because those are specific to those customers. It makes it personable. You're going to want to open that email knowing that it's specifically for you and your needs and what you always purchase. And then in turn too, you'll have those loyal customers. That's how you build that trust, that consistency, and people to always come back. Farmers can achieve better results while saving time, and these emails can be automatically sent as well.
Our third tactic that we're going to talk about today is sending emails at the right time. So Miranda, how can utilizing Barn to Door's integration with MailChimp help with making that happen?
So the really cool thing about Barn to Door and MailChimp being integrated is is they talk to each other. So they're able to see, who's purchasing what at what time, what's most relevant for your customers. And so the great thing is you can kind of use that data that's behind the scenes. And then in MailChimp, you can set up a send time optimization. So you can see, okay, maybe around 1 p.m. is when my customers really open emails, when in turn you might have thought it was earlier in the morning. When the fantastic thing about kind of that send time optimization is it will not only help you drive sales, but especially because you'll be able to have higher open rates, higher click rates, and that turn can help you save time. I mean, that's what we all want is, putting in the correct time, sending out campaigns when people are going to open them, in turn to really help you with success of your business.
Tactic 4 is how to leverage a marketing calendar. I think having a marketing calendar is maybe something that everyone aspires to have, but just with how busy the people are, it's not something that you can always get to. So Miranda, maybe you could share a few different ways that people can really implement, a marketing calendar into their day-to-day.
Absolutely. So I think what it always starts out with is, you'll hear us all the time talk about the 3 E's. And so what that means is each one of your, whether it's a social post or an email, each one of those having a purpose. So the first E being educate. So you really want to educate your buyers on, your practices or your products or even just your business in general, because people really want to learn from you. And then the second E being entertainment. People love to know what's going out on the farm, even if it's, something that you don't think people want to see. They want to see there. They envision themselves helping you out on the farm. And then the third one being e-commerce. So always pointing your customers back to your store to purchase from you. Whether that's posting your store link directly to your social media or obviously adding it into your email campaigns. Those 3 are just really important as you kind of mix up your messaging when you're, showcasing your brand and your business to your customers.
Yeah, we always tell farms during the onboarding process to take a picture of like a farm cat or a farm dog. If they're doing something silly, if they're asleep on the job, or if they're like getting into trouble, those are great ways for them to engage their customers. And, everyone always has their phone on them by their side. Mm-hmm. You can take a quick photo, take a quick video, upload it to your social accounts or put it into an email later on. If you just trying to, make a habit of it during the day, it gets a little bit easier each time that you do it.
Yeah, most definitely. And, and it's just important too, and that helps you plan content ahead of time too. You can take a lot of photos in a day, and then that way, as you're planning out your marketing calendar, you have photos or content to go along with it.
Miranda, do you have any, maybe easy suggestions for people for how to even approach starting a marketing calendar?
Yeah, no, for sure. Great question. I know it can definitely be overwhelming. Where do I even begin? Where do I start? And just start, picking 1 day a month or 2 days a month, write it down on the calendar, and this is when I'm going to plan things out. Maybe Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 9 a.m., I'm going to post on social media. It's so much easier to write things down because that holds yourself accountable too. And it's, a higher chance of getting things done. And it just helps you stay organized. Put the time in now because then it will really benefit you in the long run.
Got it. Thank you. So the 5th tactic that we're going to talk about is how to track what works. So Miranda, what are some of the steps to success for tracking all this information?
Mm-hmm. So the first one, and most importantly, is you always want to be tracking, your reports and analytics. How many people are opening your emails, at what time, how much revenue have I generated off of those? Because then you can really see, okay, this is working. I'm going to continue doing it this way, or it's not working. Let's maybe try a different approach. And some other great ways that MailChimp can help with this are smart recommendations. So you're able to, have the system know what's working, what people are wanting, and what people want to purchase. Because you don't have time to track that on your own. So let MailChimp and Barn to Door do that work in the background and really, really help you out. And then the third one being A and B testing. So what A/B testing is, it's campaigns that test different versions of a single email to see how small changes can make a huge impact. So what time of day are people opening their emails? And what subject lines do they like? So that's a great way too, just to see what works and what doesn't work. The A/B testing and smart recommendations is a paid version through MailChimp, but definitely worth it.
Yeah, the product recommendations are really powerful because it can recommend to a customer based off of their previous purchase experience or what other people have purchased. It uses machine learning to see what people are purchasing across your entire store and then give a recommendation. So if I bought your produce box, but I've never tried your eggs, and the system knows that a lot of your customers are buying the eggs or a berry pack in addition to the produce box, it'll recommend that the next time to me to purchase, and then I'll have a easy way to click on that, go right to the store, shop, and check out and add that to my cart on the next time that I go in.
Awesome. So if you've enjoyed this session and want to learn more, especially with sending out email marketing and how important it is, you also need to make sure you're growing your customer list in order to send people those emails. So we have a fantastic boot camp on this specific topic. So if you go to barntodoor.com/bootcamp, you can sign up and learn how to grow your customer list.
So just to recap, the 5 tactics that we talked about today are: 1, implement customer journeys. So that's getting your automated email set up. 2 is going to be use email automations. 3, send emails at the right time, right? Really leverage the data that you're getting from MailChimp to send optimized email times. 4, leveraging a marketing calendar. This may seem overwhelming, but start with baby steps. Set aside time to work on the calendar, and then make sure that what you're doing is really something that you can achieve and that you're not trying to do too much all at once. And then lastly, track what works, right? So do some A/B testing, make sure that you're looking at your reports and your analytics through MailChimp and Barn to Door, and let the system make those recommendations for you so that your customers have a really easy way to reorder or order add-ons to your products when they open an email. Thank you so much for joining us for this session today. Please feel free to follow us on Facebook or Instagram at Barn to Door. If you want to watch more content like this, check out the 5 tactics to increase sales with Barn to Door and MailChimp, or listen to a podcast on saving time and boosting sales with practical email marketing tactics.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks, everyone. Hopefully you're enjoying the conference, and we're excited to kind of see where you go with your email marketing and how successful you can be with it.